biblical references to how we were supposed to eat that was given to man was a vegan diet. Meat was not given to a man until, he lusted for it, and so Yah gave him his desires, but, from that time, his health suffered because of that. Then you have in Leviticus chapter where there were foods that were, animals that were forbidden to eat, and animals that could be eaten. And if you notice, it's the animals that they did get permission to eat were the milder mannered animals, because you are what you eat, and the life of the flesh is in the blood. So you took on the spirit and the characteristics of the animal that you consume. That's why there's so much balagan in the world, because people are still consuming these animals. According to prophecy, we were supposed to return back to our homeland the same way that we left. And that was why we had to go through Liberia and spend those couple of years in preparation for entering this land. And naturally, a whole different lifestyle there, and we had to drop a lot of things and pick up a lot of new things. So that was why it was important to go through Liberia. Before we left America, we had begun to change our diet and lifestyle a little bit, and then going into Liberia and indigenous foods, naturally we had to learn how to use them, how to eat them, because the first 6 months or so that we were there, we were still trying to eat like we did before we left the States, and eat out of the little supermarket. Finally, we got one of the indigenous women to come in and teach us how to prepare these foods, And that's when we began to see an improvement in the health. After a few months in the land, everybody was on the vegan diet. We recommend with our general diet, eating beans at least once a week. Then we have live week, where all the food is not cooked, except we use tofu, we use soy milk, a few things like that. And we have also 4 times a year sugarless week, because we're trying to eliminate sugar altogether out of our diet and use other forms, alternative forms of sweeteners. So we have sugarless week 4 times a year, the week before the live week. And then we have no salt days. We've been doing this for, ever since the late 70s, that every other day there's no salt. Margarine was the last one, the last things that we eliminated margarine from the diet at least 2 days out of the week. Now, we the latest development is cold-pressed oils, that we recommended that everybody use cold-pressed oil. We press our oils here in the community. The 3 bandits, I call them: salt, sugar, and oil. When we have the live week and the sugarless week 4 times a year, that's at the changing of the seasons, we go through what we call a liver flush with garlic and olive oil for 5 days in a row. And the exercise is also as important as the food. You have to keep things moving. The land itself has a rest once every 7 years. It rests. And so we find that when we fast on the Shabbat, then at the end of the 7 years, that we have had the same amount of rest as the land has. And our bodies, we come from the land, and so the same makeup as the land, so we need the same nutrition, nourishment.